Moving on to Richmond, the big one. Lots of picks here. Eight national draft selections, no rookie draft picks, but a lot of players high up in the order. They start off with Sam Lawler at pick one. They then go on to Josh Smiley, Taj Houghton, Jonty Fowle, Luke Trainer, Harry Armstrong, Tom Sims, and Jasper Alger. Starting with pick one, Sam Lawler. Really exciting. Every comparison I've seen, obviously, and they keep talking about it because Dusty's just left, is that he's very similar to Dustin Martin. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Richmond use him. But he will play a lot of games this year because they are a very young team. And it's going to be fun. I think he's going to be very exciting. So we'll see how quickly he lives up to this pick one um, tag that is attached to him. But yeah, pick seven, they take Josh Smiley, that big bodied midfielder, 195 centimeters. He's a great kick, very good contested player, very versatile as well. He said on draft night that his role model was Patrick Cripps. So if he plays anything like that guy, they got a good player on their hands, the Tigers. I would very much love a nice welcome to the league moment in round one, though, if he plays. Just Patrick just bodying him for the entire game. Would be great. Taj Houghton comes in at pick 12, a smaller midfielder, a lot cleaner with it, more agile. Brother of Ollie Houghton, who was listed by St Kilda this year. But yeah, he's going to be a good prospect. Was affected by an ACL injury a year ago, but his form this year was very good by all accounts. They're building a midfield that's going to be there for 15 years here with these first three picks. Lawler, Smiley, Houghton. It's a good mix there for sure. Granted, Lawler will play a lot of forward as well, much like Dusty did. But nonetheless, this is where the key position players start to come in. So pick 14, they take Jonty Fowle, a key forward. Pick 23, Harry Armstrong, also a key forward. They take Luke Trainer before that at 21, a key defender, perhaps the best key defender in the draft from memory. And then pick 28, they take ruck forward Thomas Sims. They're building something here. This is it. They got the spine. Fowl, Armstrong, Sims in the ruck, Trainer the key defender. You've got the midfielders around it. They rounded it out at pick 58 with Jasper Alger, who is a small forward. This is unreal. They're obviously not all going to work out, and they're going to have high picks in coming years as well to add to this list of really solid young players. But they're going to have a lot of good players coming out of their next two, three drafts. And this one in particular, there's going to be a lot of good players in this crop as well. In terms of needs, they're at the point of their rebuild where they need everything. And they filled out their needs very well. Key position players, midfielders, smaller players. Maybe they could have taken a new running halfback. They obviously lost Dan Rioli and Liam Baker, who could both play those roles very well. They have Jaden Short still, but I don't really, off the top of my head, know who else they've got to play those positions, particularly young players. But they've taken a lot of good young prospects. You can't fault this draft at all. It's an A plus. I think it's the only A plus I'm giving. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry, but it's an A plus for sure. Moving on to another very good one, West Coast. They take Bo Allen, Job Shanahan, Tom Gross, Luca Grego, and Hamish Davis. Bo Allen is the big one at pick 16, midfielder slash defender. I think he's going to play quite early, and he was very highly rated by the Eagles, but also a lot of people as well. So I think he's going to be very good. They get Job Shanahan, a key forward prospect who slid a little bit for sure, so he'll be a good player to develop there. Tom Gross at pick 46 is a decent midfield prospect for sure, as is Luca Grego, but he's a little bit more defensive minded. And then they take Hamish Davis at pick 65, and he slid massively. Like, he was a much higher rated prospect. So for them to get him there, I wonder why he slid that far, but he's also a WA talent, so he'll be very happy to get to the Eagles for sure. Did they fill their list needs? I think definitely. They're at a point in their rebuild where they're going to take players in important positions, and I think they've nailed it with Job Shanahan, because Jack Darling being phased out and moved to North Melbourne, they've now got a young player to develop behind Oscar Allen and Jake Waterman. Then they take those three midfielders who I think are all fairly different but very good prospects to build on. You've obviously got Bo Allen, he's the star of the group. A lot more ready-made, very versatile, bigger body. He's very good, and he's going to be a good contested player for sure. Tom Gross has that attacking side to his game, and then Luca Grego is that more defensive-minded but smaller midfielder, a bit of grunt about him. So I like that group for sure. And then they bring in Hamish Davis, who, as we said, they shouldn't have gotten him at the point that they did. So he's going to be very good as well up forward, I think. I'm going to give it an A. I think it was outstanding. Very good from the Eagles, especially considering a little bit like what I said with Essendon. The spot that they put themselves in coming into the draft was a little bit criticised, giving up that pick three and coming in at 16 and not having perhaps as good of a draft hand as we might have thought. They picked up some very good players. I think Allen, Shanahan, and Davis in particular, I like a lot. And then Gross and Grego will be good prospects to develop as well. I think they did very well.